Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Wednesday. Happy Generational Wealth Wednesday to each and every one of you. Interesting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. It is also a very, very interesting time to be part of the XRP community. I got to tell you, the real, the real entertaining content creator showed up today. Not the one he pretends to be, but the real one showed up today. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share that with you. So listen, I'm not going to go over the market because, fam, the market is doing what the freaking market does. The numbers are the numbers. So Bitcoin's around 39,000. Ethereum's around 2,200 and XRP is around 50 cents. Fam, the market is doing what the market does. Listen, let's get into it. This is your XRP Ripple daily news. At around 0 to 10 minutes, Panos has decided to take his time, energy, and resources to share, educate, and help level up constructively, minus minus being hoped up. Let's take a look at what Panos has to say. It says an automated market maker is like a self-running stall at a market that always has items to trade. The price of the items isn't set by any one person, but it is determined by how much of each item is available. If lots of people want to buy a particular item and start trading their items for it, the AMM adjusts the price so the items become more expensive. If people want to get rid of an item, it starts piling up. The automated market maker makes it cheaper. This way, the AMM keeps the trading going by balancing supply and demand automatically without anyone having to manually set the prices. Yes, absolutely. That's a great way of explaining it. Also, by the way, just remember, Tony from Thinking Crypto did a really good interview with David Schwartz. He talked about the AMM there, among some other things. Great interview. Highly recommend you go check out Thinking Crypto. Check that channel out. Check out that interview. Neil Hartner, I believe, is a guy at CT. What is it? Developer at Ripple. All right, what is it saying here? Similar to my AMM vending machines example. Yes, great one. Missed it, right? Pitch idea. AMM's physical vending machines insert money, dispense candy bar. Dispense candy bar, prices go up. Insert a candy bar, dispense money, minus fees, prices go down. Great, right? So, unlike entertaining content creators in this space who just merely put stuff out and can't stand the heat, or take the time to value what it is that be put out by responding to people, just merely there to get views and entertain. When Panos puts something out, he takes the time to respond to the information that he puts out, and not hiding behind cancel culture, right? So he responded here to Neil Hartner. Someone else said something. If for some unknown reason the network halt and no request could go, I'm guessing, through AMM pool, not because there is no demand, but because of an infrastructure issue in the XRPL, the price of the asset will potentially drop or even go to zero, creating catastrophic loss when the infrastructure issue is solved. Question mark. Panel says that's not how AMMs work. The liquidity is there, locked, and prices change when there is a big buy or sell order. So if the network halts, that means no transaction and trades happening, which means prices stay as it is on the AMM. Going to zero is not possible either. And in parentheses, he says, unless we are talking about a scammy project that rug pulls in general. Again, here's someone who is willing to put out content and respond, ask questions. Sometimes the back and forth might not be favorable. Sometimes the back and forth is some things that you might not want to hear, right? For example, with me and Matt Hamilton way back, right? We were going back and forth, respectfully. We can agree to disagree, but when you get content creators, supposed content creators, not willing to have that back and forth, to merely say what I say is right, now I'm going to go hide behind a camera or behind a computer or behind a microphone. That is the challenge. No. I have a right to say what I want to say, but you being able to say and respond to what I say, that's not cool. That's cancel culture. It's the biggest lunacy that I've ever heard, especially from a content creator's perspective, especially from there. So as another one, Letter says here, the only thing I need clarity is the tax implication. I really don't want to be taxed when I receive the liquidity token, then taxed again on the sale of the token. Yet, this people out there in this world, maybe not this guy or girl, gets taxed on their dollar every single day, multiple times a day. But when it comes to providing liquidity, this person does not want to get taxed on the sale of the token. You pay taxes to get your paycheck. Let's say you get $100 left after you pay taxes. You take the $100 to the store, you get paid, you pay taxes again when you go to the store, right? Your dollar gets taxed into oblivion, but you don't want to pay taxes here. I don't understand it. It's beyond me. Anyway, here's another one. Is this another one? It's another one here. Well, the tax question. Panels even took the time to answer a tax question. What about taxes? I've never heard anyone in the Solana ecosystem, the Phantom ecosystem, the Ethereum ecosystem, the Bitcoin maybe the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? Whenever these airdrops, the Cosmos ecosystem saying, well, what about those taxes? The only reason why this is coming up is because an entertaining content creator went into a deep dive over taxes from the Flare tokens. Anyhow, what happens if the AMM adjusts the price of XRP, says Kizel Gazer? Adjust the price of XRP so there is a good bit of difference between the price it gives XRP and the price it sells for on a major exchange. Seems it can't be too different or arbitrage would take place. That's where arbitrages come in. Now, again, good question. Great. This person's probably not familiar with Uniswap, how Uniswap worked, and how Uniswap went from V1 to V2 to V3, and it's probably a V4 now. Probably missed some of the, David's answering AMM questions or stuff where they, all the developers got together. I forget what they call that thing, that event. We talked about this arbitrage thing. But Panos is willing to take the time to answer some questions. Unlike those who hide behind cancel culture who can't take it. He says, Panos, that's where arbiters come in. And with the continuous auction mechanism, it will be more difficult to have any significant differences in prices. The bigger the liquidity and activity, the tighter the spreads and the fairer the price. Who will have an app, Panos? How will the layman learn? Any ideas? Who will have an app? How will the layman learn? Any ideas? As the founder of Anados Finance, we are doing exactly that, says Panos, at this moment, building an all-in-one app for the automated market maker and planning to launch on testnet soon for the community to play and test. I responded to that. I don't see my response, but I did respond. He says, another question, you think this will boost liquidity and price? I believe so. I hope we can see an increase in activity and liquidity on the ledger, says Panos. Hi, Panos. So is this a positive thing for US holders or for us holders, It's arguably the best thing and upcoming development for XRP holders. It opens the way for more DeFi use cases and a big flow in capital. Users, a big flow in capital, comma, users, activity on the XRPL and demand for XRP. Right? That's Panos. There's a dude who understands, Panos, who he is. I'm going to share with you a dude in a few minutes for someone who has no clue about who he is. So what do I want to share? Some interesting news here from Moy Finance, at Moy Finance. Hello, Moise, I don't know. Now, you guys know, if you've been checking out the channel, I've been talking about this platform and how to provide liquidity. And a few weeks back, they had 4 liquidity pairs. Now they got this thing, this kind of this joint little venture thing going on with Futureverse and the Root Network team. And they came together with this little quest for kind of, bridge some XRP, provide some liquidity, earn some VE, voting escrow, MOI tokens, and some root tokens, right? Providing liquidity, learning how to use a freaking bridge, right? All that kind of stuff that happens in decentralized finance when you're willing to let the death grip go on your ledger now, right? Hello, we are thrilled to announce our partnership with Pierces, a leading technology firm in contributions to the XRP ledger, with success stories with governments, multinationals, and blockchain development. Pierces is the people who doing what? Providing that EVM sidechain, right? Multinationals and blockchain development. Through this partnership, we look forward to closely work together with Pierces for successful launch and operation of Moy Finance on the XRP ledger EVM. Moy Finance will also be joining as the authorized validator for the network. I love that. It's going to be a validator for network as well. Thank you for your continued support. Stay tuned for more updates. Partnership, Moy Finance and Pierces. Pierces is right here. Coding the future of blockchain, currently building the XRP ledger EVM blockchain and bridge solution for XRP. So Moy Finance, that thing that we've been talking about on this channel for the last 2 or 3 months, partnering with Pierces, right? Right? Again, helping to bring more users, more liquidity, more use cases to the XRP community, right? That's a good thing, right? Rob Licker said this, and I think this is apropos. This is in response to Crypto Eddie's sharing of Digital Perspectives rant earlier today, something or another. This is what Rob Licker said. I fully believe in free speech. 100%, I fully believe in free speech, but there is probability versus possibility. This logic is akin to, will an asteroid hit Earth in our lifetime? It's possible, but not probable. XRP needs the velocity of money to appreciate in price. Stashing it in on a ledger, like a nano, and hoping for 589 ain't gonna move the price, ain't gonna move the needle. Sadly, he says Rob Licker, sadly, David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse help perpetuate these narratives by appearing at conferences being sponsored by thought leaders of these conspiracies. On the XRPL, we have NFTs now. The automated market maker is going live in 2024. Expectar is launching its betaverse. Doodlepunk X are releasing children's books on Amazon and Amazon Kindle based on XRPL NFTs. Johnny Lawrence is building his art business on the XRPL. Futureverse is using XRP as a gas token via Root Network. Oh, and can't forget Flare Networks going live with F-Assets. Just my 2 cents. We can focus on asteroids or live our lives in the present and use our XRP. The velocity of money and the use of XRP is what fills our sails and makes our future, not 5-digit hopium community. Use and network effects, right? Use and network effects. Also, let me read that again. The velocity of money and the use of XRP is what fills our sails and makes our future, not 5-digit hopium community. Use and network effects. That's what we've been saying on the channel. Utility and network effects. We did a video 2 or 3 videos ago, perhaps 4 or 5 videos ago. We talked about the Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana. They built an ecosystem from used by the users actively participating in the ecosystems. They didn't wait around for banks and flip the switch moments. They didn't wait around for institutions. If you take a second and think about this just take a second and think about why in the world, Mickey B. Fresh said this, and he said he was correct, that the vast majority of the community completely missed it when David Schwartz said that they were moving, Ripple was moving their products, 1, 2, 3, whatever, over onto the ledger, taking advantage of the AMM. And Mickey B. Fresh is right. The vast majority of people missed it. You know why? Because they were focused on SHA-256 and Bitcoin and the NSA. That's why. They were focused on Ethereum and ETHgate. That's why. That's why they missed it. They don't understand. They missed the big picture. Why do you think Ripple is bringing their products to the XRPL ledger by way and taking advantage of the AMM? Why do you think that is? Because that's where the liquidity is. It's in crypto, not outside of the digital asset space. It's in the digital asset space because Ripple, the company, one company, went down a lane, right? Went down a lane outside of crypto, and the customer is slow to move, which means ain't no liquidity going on. And realized that Uniswap has a multi-billion-dollar use case. Uniswap. It's bigger than a lot of traditional financial institutions. Uniswap. You know, that thing that's built on top of a thing. Right? It's built on top of a theory. And it's great to see that this one company has come to had a revelation that, you know, maybe we need to go inside to where the liquidity is, because we have amazing technology that will wipe the floor of other technologies. But the liquidity is here. We walked away from over there and the dirty, nasty fiat model. We walked away. We walked into the digital asset space. This is where the liquidity is. Bitcoin has proven that. Ethereum has proven that. Solana has proven that. And it's good to see that Ripple the company, has awakened to that idea. That's what happened. Tried it that way. And look, they understand, just like Ashish Burla says, it's going to take a minute. It's going to happen. We're going to win that payments thing, but it's going to take a minute. These banks, yeah, they move really, really slow. Meanwhile, Uniswaps of the world, Solanas of the world are trapping in total value lock billions and billions of dollars. And perhaps tens of billions, at all-time high, maybe hundreds of billions, with, I believe, inferior technology. So what do you think's going to happen when Ripple brings their products to the XRPL by way and take advantage of this AMM when it gets passed? Because FOMO is still FOMO. He's still saying no. Right? This is just, I love what Rob Looker says here. Absolutely love it. And I said, Rob, don't forget about Moy Finance with the 4 XRP liquidity pairs and now partnering with Pierce's to bring DeFi to the XRPL. Can't forget about that. Rob Looker, can't forget about that, right? So again, you can have Panos educating the community constructively, answering any feedback that he might get, negatively or positively. I give it to Matt Hamilton. At least Matt Hamilton was willing to go under the fire, willing to hang out in the kitchen and have a back and forth, and not run and scream like a little baby, like a 14-year-old boy behind cancel culture. I like to title this little 3-minute segment from Digital Perspectives, Brad Kimes. Will the real Brad Kimes please stand out? Take a listen.
So regardless of all the cancel culture out here and crypto Twitter police and all these other people that tell us that we don't have the right to talk about 4 or 5 digit XRP because I can't take it. Grow up. Imagine if you had a kid that told you as a little child that child says, Dad, when I grow up, Mom, when I grow up, I'm going to be president. And then your response is, no, you're not. You're not even in the 1st grade yet. You're not allowed to talk about being president. You just need to go clean your room and focus on doing that right. Imagine telling your kids something like that, just smashing the shit out of their dreams. Just imagine that. What kind of person would do that? Well, the kind of person would do that's a loser, right? And the pain of the loss that they've suffered in their life is so great, they now want to bestow it on their own children. Imagine all of these influencers out here to get so pissed off that you talk about 4 or 5 digit XRP. Was it okay to talk about 4 and 5 digit Bitcoin when it was 50 cents? Or would some of these cancel culture assholes out here in the influencing world, would they be the ones telling everybody when Bitcoin was 50 cents, stop that, stop it right now. You don't have the right to talk about that because I can't stomach it. This guy's not even $1 yet. Look, if you're scared, say you're scared. Everybody's got a different threshold. You obviously know where mine is. I'm here. I've done the work. XRP is set to process markets in the quadrillions. And how do we know that? How do we know that that's accurate? Well, the Depository Trust, for one, is a member of ISDA, as we've covered, and so is Ripple Labs, in case anybody's not been with us to know that part. And Securrency was acquired by the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation, rebranded as Digital Assets. And it says clearly here that Securrency protocol can be utilized on Ethereum, Stellar, Ripple, EOS, and other distributed ledgers. Some would say that's a hell of a barometer if you wanted to figure out use case utility tokens to be involved in. Who's the conspiracy theorist now? But remember, it's 49 cents. We're not allowed to talk about this. Imagine if you were on a football team and in training camp, you're not allowed to get excited about, I want to go to the Super Bowl. You're not allowed to talk about that. These are losers, these people who think this way. They've never had the ability in their life to celebrate an accomplishment ever if they think this way. And not too long from now, it looks to me from the tea leaves I'm seeing that all those dipshits and dum-dums are getting ready to be on the wrong side of history. That's what's getting ready to happen. And it won't be the first time that they've been there.
So, will the real Brad Kynes please stand up? Now, this again for me. You guys know from my channel when this idea came out, this 4 or 5 digit XRP, I defended this dude. I defended him publicly with Crypto Eddie in a back and forth, saying that, this was right around the time of that. Remember when that list came out? Remember that freaking list? The list of credible researchers, deep divers, and then there was the other list. And I said we didn't need a list. We just need to be louder, right? And I gave you guys examples of if you believe that this technology is better than Bitcoin and Ethereum's technology, if you believe in a blockchain that can move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny, if you think that is more valuable, then why would you? And you saw Ethereum get to 4 digits, and you saw Bitcoin get to 5 digits, and they are inferior technologies. Why would you not believe that a technology can bring in or grow its network and create network adoption coupled with user activity? Why would you not think that it can grow, that technology can grow and grab market share as well? That's what it is. If the technology is good and you have active users, active participants, builders, and users, the network can adopt and it can grow. It can grow to there can be a 4-digit XRP and it can be a 5-digit XRP because of that. But just like Rob Licker says, if you're hanging out and waiting for banks and institutions like Ripple was doing, by the way, and is no longer doing, by the way, then it's going to take forever. That's why Ashish Birla turned away from Monica Long, looked directly in the camera and said, it's going to happen, but it's going to take longer than what we thought. That dude did that 2, 3, maybe even 4 years ago. Told us all. And the reason why there are people in the space who said, look, we have to get away from the hope train and get into utility, using the network and using the asset. I read your comments on my video of XRP holders saying they never use the XRP ledger. What in the world? I showed you posts of people saying, what is a bridge? And what does a two-way bridge do? In the community, like they don't know. But they know about SHA-256 and NSA. More focused on, God bless them, what Steven Narioff has to say and has what's going on. I mean, corruption is corruption. We want to get rid of it for sure. But you don't know what a bridge looks like, how it operates, what it does. You don't know what a two-way freaking bridge is. Why? This is what the content creators were saying, because you're distracted by SHA-256 and Bitcoin and the NS freaking A. My dude told me that once you're in the NSA, you're always in the NSA. Guess what? The creator, the co-creator of the XRPL is in the NSA. Are you going to go do some deep dive? Are you going to go now down some rabbit hole? Are you going to turn in the co-creator of the XRPL? You're going to turn him into the FBI, the Department of Justice, Homeland Security? Are you going to do that? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you doing that? So it's really up to you, fam. It really is. You can have this dude calling you all kinds of
So
names
regardless of all the cancel,
behind your back, not responding to you in your comments, not giving a flying freak about you, really. You can have that dude, or you can have this dude or this person here, Crypto Eddie, or Panos. It's really up to you. You can decide to merely be hoped up and not know what a bridge is, and not know what a two-way bridge is, and not know how to provide liquidity for XRP, and why you want to provide that liquidity. You can, right? You can be hoped up and not understand any of that, and ask about taxes every time you make a transaction. Or you can be on the side of Panos, Moy Finance, Pierces. It's up to you, fam. It's really up to you. But I will tell you something, and I'll share this with BK. When you find that your name is in this conversation, and then you find your name is in this conversation, and then you find your name comes up in this conversation, and then you find your name come up in this conversation, and you are saying that those four people and those four conversations are wrong, and that you are right, you have what they call a you problem. That's what's going on. You've got a you problem. Because somewhere along the lines, you got to realize that why am I coming up? Why is I and me and my name coming up in this thing here, and in this thing here, and in this thing here, and in this thing here? Never, because the cancel culture blinded your eyes, you never thought to yourself, well, why are they saying that about me? I'm just going to run the cancel culture because that's easy. Instead of taking a moment to self-reflect, dude, about why your name keeps coming up all the time in different areas about different things. Why don't you take a second, bro, to think about why you had relationships and friendships and now they're gone? Why don't you take the time to think about that instead of running around in a bogus freedom zone talking about people? Unbelievable. And I'm glad Crypto Eddie shared it. Unfreaking acceptable. That little whatever that was from him, unacceptable. So there it is, fam. You could hang out with the people who understand what the real deal is, or you can remain to be hoped up. It's totally up to you. Or you can hang around with 14-year-old boys claiming to be 40-something plus year old men. It's really up to you. So in any case, guys, this wraps up your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you enjoyed this hangout and you've been hanging out watching the Crypto Seas and enjoyed this one in particular, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. The old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to perhaps consider this, to perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.